I want to introduce you to an exercise that I learned way back when from my great friend and mentor, Wayne Cotton, but it's an updated version. He calls his version the 90-Day Wonder. If you go to Wayne's website, it's just awesome. It's all about nobrowndays.com. He talks about one of the things, the 90-Day Wonder. It's an incredible exercise. I've been using it for years, but I've evolved it into something I want to talk about today called 90-Day DreamWorks. DreamWorks. And I share that because I've always done the 90-Day Wonder on the first day of the quarter every year. So you got 4 times you do that. I want to emphasize the importance to you today as you're out there huffing and puffing that this week that you get your 90-Day Wonders done or your 90-Day DreamWorks done. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. And I may even share at the end of today's show my 90-Day DreamWorks with you. You see, I believe that high performers like you like to work in 90-day increments. As a matter of fact, 90 days has been proven that you can sprint for 90 days. You can't sprint for 365 days a year, but I always have the mentality that I can do anything for 90 days. Right? You build in your times when you're sprinting and times when you're resting. So every month we do our 10 forms of wealth and our 3 and 30. It's right here. If you're watching this, I'm holding up my God-sized dream system, my daily and monthly planner, because the monthly planner you always have on the first of the month. You have your 3 and 30 and your 10 forms of wealth. You do them. But then every 90 days you have your DreamWorks. I call it the DreamWorks system on that. You have your 90-Day DreamWorks. And this is a new teach to you, and I haven't shared it before. Haven't shared it with you, so I'm going to share it today on the pod before we dive in with Dr. Emily in the next section. But you're probably like, well, what the heck is the 90-Day DreamWorks, and how and why do you do it, right? So let's start with the why do you do it? Why do you do this? Number one, you work in these 90-day increments to improve focus. The 90-Day DreamWorks is going to improve focus. It's going to, number 2, improve your productivity. Anyone else want improved productivity? 3, it's going to improve your excitement and energy for your work, whatever your work is. You'll actually be more energized and more excited than ever before. It's going to help you ultimately produce better results. And 5, it's going to help you realize your dreams and instill new ones. That's why I call it DreamWorks. Your 90-Day DreamWorks is going to help you realize your dreams. And by dreaming and fulfilling your dreams and stepping into your dreams will grow, tend to get bigger and bigger. So you got to do it, though. You can't just, hey, that was a great episode, Todd. Like, I really enjoyed that one. Do these exercises. And here's how. And I'll keep it at a high level for you today. When I'm coaching my folks inside my mastermind group, I'm always going deeper. As a matter of fact, this week we have our all-up huddle. It's always on the first Tuesday of every month. We have our huddle, and I'm going to be going deeper than what I'm going to share with y'all. But I want to get you the gist of what to do, because if you do it, I promise you'll get those 5 things I just shared when you do it. So here's the questions I want you to answer. And the first 3 stem from Wayne's 90-Day Wonder on that, and the rest of them are all part of DreamWorks and what you can do. So I remember it was late 90s when Wayne first had me sit down and go through these questions. And the first of the 3 questions is, what have you accomplished in the last 90 days? So what have you accomplished in the last 90 days? That's the first question you can answer. If you're doing this now, you can always pause it or just listen in, keep going. The second question is, what are your present challenges, obstacles, and issues? What are your present challenges, obstacles, and issues? And 3, what are your goals for the next 90 days? So why those 3 questions? Number 1 is because at the end of the quarter here, as you reflect on the first 3 months of this year of 2025, when you actually stop, think, reflect, write down your answers to the questions like, what have you accomplished? Why is it that so many times you actually forget all that you did because you're always thinking about where you're going and what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Is anyone else like that? Oh, okay, good. I'm not the only one. So this system is going to allow you to actually celebrate wins. And if you stop celebrating wins, yeah, I heard you. Then you stop winning. So we want to make sure you celebrate wins, and this is a great way to do that. So what have you accomplished the last 90 days? Actually spend 20 minutes doing this and look back over your WLAGs and your monthly plan with your 10 forms of wealth in 3 and 30, because the second question is, what are your present challenges, obstacles, and issues? And the reason you write this is because most people, if you're anything like me, have a lot. We all have stuff going on. Can I get an amen? Anyone? We all have a lot of stuff going on. So what are your obstacles? What are your challenges? What are your issues? The more you accomplish, the greater the problems sometimes arise, because new levels, new devils. That's right. I heard y'all on that. So what are your present challenges, obstacles, and issues? Write them down. Sometimes I'll say I'm going to spend 20 minutes on that section, and it tends to be a lot longer because you sit there and you think and you put down your 5, 6, 7 challenges, and then you sit there and then you go back and you find another 5 more things that you got to work with. And then number 3 is, after you get all that done, is what are your goals for the next 90 days? Here's what I want to know in this first section today. What are the goals for the next 90 days? Write them down. Maybe in April, May, and June. April, May, June. What are your goals for the next 90 days? And then I want you to go back and highlight the 3 to 5 ones that must get done. These are non-negotiables. You've got to do these. If you're going to win the year, you're going to accomplish your big 5 for the year, you've got to get these 3 to 5 things done. And that's a really important aspect. So those are the first 3 questions on that. And I'm going to follow it up with this, number 4. Get those 3 done. Here's some a little and then some in the DreamWorks. What has to be eliminated or delegated? Answer that. What do you need to do in order to potentiate your goals? Like, what must get done? Write it down. And in the DreamWorks 6 and 7, the reason why I call it DreamWorks is because number 6 is Dreams 2025. What are your big 3 to 5 dreams for 2025, both personally and professionally, combined? 3 to 5 big dreams. Well, if you did your annual strategic plan with me, you wrote those down. But you need to continue to write them down and read them consistently so that you know what the heck you're doing and why you're doing it. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you working 50, 60, 70 plus hour weeks, some of y'all? So because you got a dream to accomplish. So DreamWorks, number 6, Dreams 2025. What are your big 3 to 5 dreams for 2025, personally and professionally? Let's not forget that. And number 7 is Dreams for Life. Dreams for Life. What are your big 5 life dreams? What are they? Personally and professionally, when your time is all said and done, what are your life dreams? And the reason why, once again, here in what I'm calling DreamWorks, 90-day DreamWorks, is you've got to spend the time in the quarter to win the quarter, because when you win the quarter, you win the year. If you win more quarters than not and you win the year, you win your year, you win your years, you win your years, you win your decades. So when you reverse engineer back, it all comes down to win the day. When you win the day, you win the week. When you win the week, you win the month. When you win the month, you win the quarter. When you win the quarter, you win the year. When you year, you win the decade. When you win the decades, then you win your life. So it all starts right now, like today, by doing your 90-day DreamWorks system on that. And I've integrated the Dreams 2025 and Dreams for Your Life in there. And I'm actually going to share with you my answers for my 90-day DreamWorks at the end of today's show. If you stick around and you hear Dr. Emily Spleekel's interview, I'm going to end with mine because I don't want to bore you with all what I have on mine. I want you to do yours. That's most important. So please do yours, get it done, and then without further ado, do your DreamWorks. I'm telling you, it's going to make a big, big difference in your life. So that's your mindset section for today. That's going to get your mind right there. I promise you, that's very specific, exacting strategy, because you can't just be like, hey, go get them, stay fired up, stay motivated, get your mind right, get your mind right. You actually have to take specific steps based on strategy that's going to actually enliven your soul, awaken your soul to go out there and do great things. So I'll be back at the end of today's show with some of my answers to my 90-day DreamWorks